what's going on the table, as opposed to my last game where I couldn't quite figure out how to not show you everything that was behind the DM screen. But now you guys will have dedicated camera angles for what's going on screen.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. I'm really pleased with myself for figuring out how to make it work. So, I think we are finally ready to begin.
Only took us an hour.
Only took us an hour of a bunch of scuff and announcements and hype.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, our story begins in the fledgling country of the free territories of Ahia. Not more than 30 years ago, this struggling populace had managed to overthrow its previous rulers, the Luteronian Horde. It is here that a new culture is being birthed. New countries, new ideals are starting to come together. But the land itself is still shrouded in chaos. In the capital city of Basman, inside of the port, which I can go ahead and pull this map out here. You guys can get a better idea as to what's going on in this area. There you go. Oop, it's stuck on things. Better map. In the capital city of Basman, a number of ships had just pulled into its primary port. Okay. You've arrived on land not more than a couple of hours ago. You've been sampling in various sites and just kind of exploring the wharf. Getting a feel for this culture that's being born. Your nose is already very... I'm going to lock it.
Sorry.
I swear to God.
Yeah, sorry. I was trying to click on mine and rotate it.
Yeah. Your nose is already tickled and tantalized by various scents that runs through here. Not just sea salt and fish that you've been dealing with for the last few months during your own voyage, but various meals you can't help but pick up on. Professional curiosity has the better of you. Is there anything you'd like to look into while you're here?
Whom are you speaking to directly?
I'm speaking to Skittle.
Everyone?
Oh, fantastic. I've
hey.
arrived. I'm assuming the voyage was definitely interesting.
Dull. for the
Pretty
most
much
part.
while I'm here. Yeah, I mean, I do have a fishing tackle. I do have, I probably did some fishing while I was on the boat, and while I'm on this, port, is there any good fishing vendors? I do have a few coppers. I'm seeing if I can't find something I can do to make tonight's dinner.
Absolutely. There are more than a handful of vendors that are openly available.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not
I'm looking.
it's not fish
yeah.
market early in the morning, but there are still some vendors who still have some what you would consider quality product.
So like yellowtail tuna or something of that line.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I'm just gonna, go up to a vendor. It's just I'm gonna tell him, hey, what can I get for 1 copper or 2 coppers?
The gentleman to approach appears to be some sort of older orc gentleman.
Okay.
Even for an orc, you can tell he's like deeply suntanned. Hi, Agma. Sorry I'm late. Don't worry about it, Falter. We started extremely late. Thank you for the sub.
Ooh.
He is extremely tanned. It looks like he spends most of his time out in the water or out in the sun generally. So his what you would already consider fairly discolored skin is now significantly darker. He's wrinkled and pockmarked in a few places, so definitely an older gentleman. Oh, I've got quite a few fine pieces here for you, young man. You're one of them Kitsune folk from down south, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've met a few of your folk before. Are you looking for some of that there sashimi that some of you folks seem to enjoy?
Sashimi? No.
Sushimi. Is that how you say it?
Yes, sir.
Sorry. But yeah, if you're looking for some decent fish, I've got plenty here for you.
Fantastic. I'm just looking for some yellowtail tuna, my good sir.
Oh, I've got quite a few here. Feel free to take your pick.
I'm just gonna take, I'm just gonna take a few fish. They don't have to be the most amazing of quality.
You grab a few fish of your choice. He'll, if you're specifically aiming for lower quality, he'll give you 5 copper for 3 or 4 fish.
Okay. Yeah.
Paulette.
Why, yes.
You are also out here on the wharf. However, you are being accompanied by another gentleman. This is someone that you've gotten to know relatively well over the last several months that you've been in Ahia. This is Alistair.
Yes.
The older gentleman. If you would actually like to go ahead and describe him, because you know more about this character than I do.
Alistair is someone I've known for quite some time. On the older side, of course. He was an ex-soldier. Trained in the art of the sword and various other forms of martial arts. He's taken me under his wing for the most recent period of my life. Other than that, yeah, up to the DM.
Yeah. Okay, so older, definitely stronger looking gentleman. Would you
Yes.
Distinguished, but probably not trying to be ostentatious about it?
For the most part.
Yeah, okay. Alistair is standing with you out on one of the dock, and he's watching the ships come in. You don't feel that. Paulette, I'm speaking
What?
to you. You don't feel that.
Feel what?
A general flow. Everything moving.
Not particularly.
You have a lot to learn still. Don't tell me I've been wasting this much time on you and you haven't picked up on anything I've been teaching you.
Oh, I've picked up plenty.
He rolls his eyes and smiles. Paulette, there's a general flow among everything around you. You have to be able to either keep up with it or move faster than it. And if you can't even pick up on that flow, how are you expecting to do that?
Moving as fast as I do, I can outrun anything. You saw to that. Am I right?
You can outrun most things. Haven't outrun me yet.
You want to test that?
Not in public. But pay attention. It's just as important to be observant as it is to be strong.
Indeed.
Look, for example, see the ships coming in. The water and the wind brings them in. That's how ships operate. But the people keep moving. People transition onto the land. They transition out into the street. They bleed out into the city. There's a constant flow to all of life that has to be observed, and if you can read it properly, you can change it, direct it, combat it, whatever you feel like you need to do. For example, I know what's going to happen. I know exactly what the next thing that's going to happen is. I want you to predict what it's going to be. Can you?
Whatever you say, old man.
Give me a perception check.
All right, how do?
Same way it
I
works.
know how to play Tabletop Simulator.
So you have a number of dice there next to you.
Yes.
D20 is obvious. Go ahead and pick up your D20 and roll it.
All right.
All right, and you'll add your perception score, which is on your sheet. It is not a skill, though. It is over here. Over here. Black hand.
Okay. Black hand, yes.
Black hand. Yeah, so add your perception to your score, to what you rolled.
So that would be... Did I even roll it? I feel like I just dropped it.
I
and it
also
did
feel like
nothing.
you can hit R on it, and it'll roll automatically. There you go.
All right. There we go. So 13 plus 0.
No, the number in the bubble. In the magnifying
says
glass.
0.
Like right here?
Yeah, the one in the magnifying glass is your actual score.
Magnifying glass. That it says it's a 0.
What?
Yeah, it's also showing a 0 for me.
How about now?
Oh, there.
3. Now it's a 3.
Okay. I feel like your sheet may be a little scuffed for you. Just real quick. In all of your skills down below, do those all read 0?
Yes,
No,
Not anymore.
not anymore.
mine does.
Yours does on your sheet, Ren?
Yeah.
Okay, I fixed.
So pick it up and
about
There
now?
we are.
there we go.
Okay. All right.
Double checking for Skittles. That also all says 0.
That's why I have my separate sheet. I'm good.
Yeah. You
That
can
was a
fix it by
13
just...
plus 3, right? So
Yeah, hang on. I can fix it. There you go. Skittles, yours should be fixed. Artie, if yours is also misbehaving, I'll fix yours real quick.
No, mine's fine.
Okay. So, 16 was your roll.
yes.
Okay. Getting a feel of the environment around you. You're definitely able to pick up on the movement of the water. You're definitely following along with what he's saying. But you're just not quite able to actively predict what's going to happen next. Like, people are still moving off of the ship. You're not detecting anything that's going to disrupt this current flow.
Right. Well, clearly, old man, things are just going to keep going the way they are, right? I don't detect any irregularities.
Well, we shall see. Derek,
Yes.
you are waiting on one specific dock, watching one more merchant ship start to make its way inside. This particular ship is of a very different make and style than of the other trade ships that's been coming in. Like, even the ship that you came in on K is different in stylization, but There have been more than one ship that's been coming from the
Mm-hmm.
that's been coming from the southern country that I've covered up my map and I can't see right now. Pitsacock.
Yep.
And while it is in a very different style, this new ship that's coming in is also very different. Longer, curvier wood, angled sails as opposed to the large flat sails that are more native to both your people and to this land. It is definitely a more artistic flair built into this vessel. You're watching this particular ship, the Rise of the Morning, as it is named. If the common text on the bow is any indication.
Yeah.
What are you doing in this instance?
I believe it is, as you said, I am waiting and watching the ship for the person I was assigned to escort.
Okay. Which brings us to Tallow.
Mm-hmm.
You are on the deck of the Rise of the Morning. It has been a long, boring voyage. Boring voyage.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why you're even tolerating going through any of this is because your family insists that you try to behave like a dignitary that they want you to be. And that it be best that you try and ingratiate yourself and represent your people with this new nation that's been developing.
My people.
Your people, indeed.
All right. And I know that I'm supposed to be meeting an escort of some kind, right?
Yes, you are aware that there is a native who is trusted amongst the dignitaries of this land to be a capable escort for you.
All right. Can I roll perception to see if I can spot them?
Go ahead.
All right. Now, where is perception on my...
It will be below your hit points on your sheet. So, like, you have that little block there labeled as hit points. The next block
I
underneath
see.
it is your perception.
All right.
Hey.
22.
22. Okay. Just kind of sweeping the dock and keeping an eye out. You do see a handful of people that stand out. There are a lot of orcs here. You've never seen so many orcs in one place. Like, humans, you're at least passingly familiar with. There are some humans in the Phoenician Empire. Map's in the way again. Phoenician Empire. Thank you. There are definitely some humans in the Phoenician Empire, but you've never seen this many orcs in one place. To the point where it's mildly concerning, but since you don't see any violent action going on, it doesn't bother you. Well, you don't see any reason for alarm, more like.
Right.
There is a individual with beast-like features. If you recall, their race is called Kitsune, but he doesn't really have the matching features of most of their people. He seems to be buying fish from a vendor. You see a rather distinguished-looking human gentleman and a young human woman standing off on a different dock, just not being in anybody's way. And you see another individual. You can't quite make out what they are because of the heavy face paint they have on their face in black and gold and purple. But this individual seems to be eagerly awaiting the arrival of your vessel.
I see.
Actually, you rolled a 22 perception. You can probably tell that he does have some orcish features, but he doesn't have the
Tusks.
he doesn't have the telltale tusks or the darker green skin that orcs typically have. This individual is gray skinned.
All right. Nothing else. Nothing else of interest appears to me.
Nobody else that stands out to you now.
Hmm. Is there any noble-looking people in the area?
Noble-looking people, with that role, I would say the most noble-looking individuals that you can see would definitely be the human gentleman and the kitsune. The masked individual is finely dressed, but considering the culture that you're from, I don't know that Tallow would consider his clothing to be noble by any definition. He's definitely colorfully dressed like a noble would be.
But there's no sign of anyone that looks like they would probably be my escort. No, nobody rings. There's nobody that stands out as that, though, right?
You don't see anybody that looks like they would be an armed escort.
I mean, I'm armed, but...
You're armed, but you're also not waiting for someone to arrive. You're buying fish.
Mm-hmm.
You are free to disembark the ship when you are ready.
I'll disembark now.
Okay. Stepping foot off of the ship. Derek, I don't know how eager you are to meet this individual.
Less so eager and more so interested / obeying orders.
Fair enough. So, standing close by, but not close enough to be, like, creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you saying, Ren? Go ahead.
I'm gonna start making my way towards the human gentleman.
Okay. You step off the dock. You start making your walking along the wharf over to where the older-looking human gentleman and the young woman standing with him are standing. Yes, young lady. Is there something I can help you with?
Pardon my intrusion. Sir, how familiar are you with this country, this land that we find ourselves in?
Not as familiar as I would like to be. I've been here for some time, but I tend to stay out of most social circles. Are you new to this particular land?
I am visiting. I am to be participating in a cultural festivity, if you will. And I don't seem to have my escort around that I was informed that would, well, escort.
Derek, give me a perception check. See if you can overhear this.
All right, let's see. 22.
22? With as much noise going on, not quite.
Ah, that's a shame. Of course, Derek would notice Talo moving towards the group of people, correct? Like off the ship and towards them.
It's not a group, it's just a pair. But yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah,
would
that's
definitely
like the
he
pair
would
of people.
definitely catch sight of Talo. I assume you're naturally in your goat beastkin form.
Always.
Always? Yeah, that's what I figured.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, at that
you,
point,
you definitely see an individual with goat features that absolutely catches your attention because it's the only individual on that ship that has those features.
I think at that point, Derek is just going to mutter to himself, "Did they really not tell her what I look like? Jeez."
To be fair, they didn't tell you what she looked like, so...
Yeah, like thinking back on it more, Derek realizes this probably could have been better planned out,
Mhm.
and he'll probably start making his way over after a moment or two towards Talo and the other group and that set of humans.
I'm sorry to say I'm not familiar with any sort of escort task. And I'm afraid neither myself nor my protege are available for such a task at this point in time. I'm afraid we're waiting for... He pauses for a split second. And I'm going to pull up our first battle map.
Hmm.
You guys might want to move.
Ah,
Uh-oh.
scatter.
Really?
We.
I mean, like, move that card map, too. If we can. Do I have it locked again, or is it able to be moved? No, it's locked again. Yeah, we can shrink that down and move it. That's not necessary right now. But yeah, that's available for you guys to reference if you want to try and look up anything that's in the area.
Hey.
As we're going to put Basman Port onto the table.
Ooh.
So if you guys can place yourselves down, this would be, the ship is the... I already forgot the name of it. This would be the ship that you just came off of, Talo. Paulette
Morning Star,
and...
Morning Glory, or something like that.
Yeah. Paulette and Alistair are going to be standing over here. I don't have a
okay.
figure for Alistair. Derek, you're not quite there yet. You would be right around here.
Oh, okay. Right around here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that here?
Yeah, right there's good. And Kay, you're perfect because you immediately recognize where the market stall was. There we go. All right. And as he stops, he turns to Paulette. This is what I mean. And you hear someone shout off to one side. Hey, get away from the water! As you start seeing three ooze-like creatures crawl up over the
It is
side of the
Ivan
dock.
Ooze.
Oh no.
Okay, one of them is too big. Hang on. I gotta make them smaller. There we go. Yeah, three ooze-like creatures climb up over the side of the dock. And people immediately start scattering. Alistair doesn't move from where he is. I would like you all to roll perception checks, because that is how we roll initiative in this game.
Ah.
Hmm.
All right, let's do this. Roll, 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 roll. Ooh, nice. Not bad, not bad.
24.
Okay, fine.
22.
There's what I'm looking for. Okay.
I got a 14.
Okay, sorry. Give me just a moment here. I'm trying to see what this actually says because it's very, very small. I can make this bigger. I fix. There we go. Stop crashing. All right. All right, so Paulette, you got a 22?
Yes.
And what did you get, Derek?
I got a 14.
Derek got a 14. Okay. Skittle? Are you muted?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I got a 12. My bad. Yes.
Okay.
Forgot to
And
unmute myself.
Tallow.
Unfortunate.
24.
Nice. Okay. Give me just a moment to switch the music over. So we're in a fight now.
Dun, 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 dun.
I can't use that. It's copyrighted.
Yeah, that's fair. But we can hum it.
Just trying to find. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do nicely. All right. And with that said, Tallow, you are of the top of the order.
Alrighty, so how combat?
How combat? So, how combat works is every turn you have 3 actions. You have a pool of 3 actions. You can spend them in any way you see fit. Moving up to your movement speed is 1 action. Any one
Alright.
attack is 1 action. If you have a special ability, it will list how many actions it takes to use.
Alright.
More than that, just ask, and I either have it on hand or I can look it up really quickly. So in your case, you are currently unarmed. If you wish to draw a weapon, it is an action for you to draw a weapon. Or in your case, draw a weapon. He says with air quotes.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna use turn. How much movement is square? 5?
5 feet per square, yes. So you've got one pretty darn close to you. Also, if the fact that they're clear is that one is clear is throwing you off, let me know and I will color it up.
How much range do I need for a longbow?
For a longbow, you're in it. You're fine. Like, unless the longbow has the volley property, there isn't really a range issue.
Okay. Then.
Which it does, actually.
Ah.
Yeah. So, basically what volley means is if you are within the range that it has listed, you will take a penalty to the attack. It's a -2 penalty, but it's still a penalty.
Yeah, those stack up.
Those do stack.
Alright, then I'm gonna spend 1 action moving 30 feet.
Okay.
And I'm gonna spend my next 2 actions.
I should point out, in this game, your standard movement speed is 25 feet, unless you have other abilities that grant you otherwise.
It says 35 on G.
Oh, does it say 30? I'm looking at the wrong sheet. Yeah, it is 35 on your sheet. Okay, you're fine. Ignore me.
Yeah, because Beastkin.
Right.
And I'm gonna spend my other 2 action points shooting at this clear post.
Okay, so 1 action to draw your bow. And your next action to attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so give me an attack roll. Same rules as what you're used to. Roll a d20 and add your attack bonus.
I'm assuming that's what the axe on the sheet is.
The arrow point in this case, yes. The axe would be for your melee attacks. The arrow point is for your range attacks. But it's the same, so it doesn't matter.
16.
16? Let me look on my sheet here. That hits.
Nice.
And how do I... Which 1d8? 1d8.
I'm actually going to move the camera a little bit so chat can see it a little bit better. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did. All right. There we go. There you go,
Alrighty.
chat. Better look at the action.
I rolled an
Nice.
8.
8 damage. Nice.
What does my deadly trait do?
Deadly only applies on a critical hit.
Okay. And yeah, I guess that's my action. That's my turn.
Okay. That's a lot of good damage for that first attack. Good job.
Hey.
No, this is right. Okay. Excuse me. So, Paulette, it is your turn.
All right. Let's see. What do I want to do? What can I do? Let's see.
You can
have
try out your
Daze, Arc,
core ability.
Shocking Grasp. Which one is my core ability?
Spell Strike.
Okay.
So you'll have to move to
what
get
is
into
the
range
range
first.
on that?
It is a melee attack.
Yeah. Cool.
So it'll be
So
one
I
action for you
will
to
move.
move. It'd be 25 feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a little out of range for you. You can get the clear one right here, but you wouldn't be able to get the green one.
Okay, we'll attack the clear one then.
Okay. And how this
And
works
then
is
I will
give me an attack roll with your fist.
All right.
I need to spawn you some extra dice.
It is a 6 plus 6, I think, right?
That is correct. So 12. And that hits.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Alrighty.
So you will add your fist damage,
So that's 1d6.
and then you will also add the damage from your Shocking Grasp. Because
From Shocking Grasp.
Or whatever-
and
or-
that's
sorry.
2d12.
I assumed Shocking Grasp. It's actually of whatever spell you see fit to use. But Shocking Grasp is the strongest.
Fair. Alright. Then I will, I'll punch him with some Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
And then that adds 2 d12s on top of it.
Yep. So you have
Alright.
a d6 and 2 d12s to roll. And you can move them around and bounding box a lot. So, like, we can...
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Alright. So the d6.
That's not a d6.
That is not a d6. I'm stupid. That one's the d6,
That
right?
is still not a d6.
Cool. I don't know how to count.
It's a 6-sided die.
Oh, fuck. I'm stupid. Okay.
I saw that.
There you go. There's what you need to roll.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. So it's 8, 12, 15 plus anything in particular.
Plus your
Plus
strength.
3 strength, right?
Yep.
So that's 16 damage.
Yep. 16 damage, and I believe 10 of that... No, sorry. Math is a little off. 18 damage.
18 damage, yes.
And 12 of that is electrical.
Gotcha.
Which I need to see if this thing's weak or resistant to anything. It is not. So 18 points of damage to that poor little slime.
All right. And it says the target also takes 1d4 persistent electricity damage on hit. Is that something that matters.
Is
Or
that
is that
from...
only on a crit?
That's from Shocking Grasp.
Oh.
Oh, no. It's only if they're wearing metal armor. Never mind.
Yes. Yeah, if the target is wearing metal armor or is made of metal, you gain a bonus to the attack roll, and does an additional persistent damage. But that takes 2
Gotcha.
actions for you to spell strike, and you cannot spell strike again unless you use your focus spell, which I think I gave to you somewhere on here, or you spend an action to concentrate. Oh yeah, there it is, Dimensional Assault. That's your focus spell.
Yeah.
But that's your 3 actions.
Gotcha. So Spell Strike takes 2 actions?
Spell strike takes 2 actions, but so does Shocking Grasp, to be fair.
Gotcha.
That do be a special ability.
The oozes are up,
All right.
and that fucking hurt, so one of them's immediately going to go for a pseudopod attack on Paulette.
Pseudopod attack.
Fun.
That's fun to say.
That is a 20 to hit.
That I'm pretty sure hits.
Okay. Guess who did not make dice for themselves?
Woof.
Just going to make a few here. There we go. So that is going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And you also take 2 points of acid damage. So 8 points of damage.
All right. Is there a way to keep track of that in this, or?
So on your sheet, right underneath the heart where your hit points are, you should be able to type your current hit points in there.
All right. And how much damage did I take?
You took 8 points of damage total.
Cool.
All right, second attack, because it gets 3 actions.
Does get a penalty though.
Yes, because
Okay.
it's... So in this system, if you attack more than once, you take a -5 penalty to follow-up attacks. And that stacks. So if you attack 3 times in a turn, your third attack is at a -10.
Minus
Yeah, so-
to hit or minus 10 damage?
-10 to hit.
Yeah. And in this game, a -10 is brutal.
Yes.
More
it is.
so than Dean.
So
'Cause
let's
that's
see.
an
At a
odd-
-5, does a 16 hit you, Paulette?
No.
Okay. And third attack, it is going to use... let me see. Does anyone else in range, or is it just Paulette? That's just Paulette. That's kind of a waste, and it's kind of dumb. So third attack. Not even close. Let's see. At that a -10, that is also a 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right. So that is the
God
ooze's
dang.
turn. Oh, no, sorry. It is that ooze's turn. I still have 2 other oozes to move around.
Ooh.
How could I leave out my other oozes? My other oozes. This
Funny
one
that Roxas.
is going to move
Sorry.
forward 10 feet, and it's going to make an attack against Derek.
Please no.
That is a natural 1.
Hey.
So that's an automatic failure. And the second attack is a 22 to hit.
Ooh, that was almost a crit. Yeesh. Yeah, that hit.
Okay. So you're going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage and 1 point of acid because I rolled a pair of 1s.
Ah, so 3 damage overall.
3 damage overall.
All right. 13 hit points left. Ouch.
Yep. And the third ooze, I don't think he can do much. Can only move forward 10 feet. 5, 10, 15. Nope, he's out of range. Yeah, he's going to burn another action to move. Right there would be perfect. And it's going to use its third action to use Filth Wave.
Yeah.
So, every creature within 20 feet of it, so currently Paulette and Derek. Let me make sure no one else is in it. Yeah. You're too far away. Kay's on the other side of the map. So, yeah. Paulette and Derek, I need you both to give me reflex saving throws.
Reflex. All right.
So, yeah. For you, Jade, you'll just roll a d20 and add your reflex save, which is in the top middle of your sheet.
All right. I rolled a
Gotcha.
14.
14.
That is a 22.
22. Paulette saves. Derek fails.
Ah, this is gonna hurt.
Mhm.
Thankfully, it's only a regular failure, right?
Correct, but there's... Yeah. So, you, let me see here. Derek, you specifically, you will take 4 points of acid damage.
Ouch.
You have a 10-foot speed penalty for the next minute.
Ow.
You can spend an interaction to... You can spend an action to clean yourself off. However, that would only reduce the penalty by 5 feet for each action that you do it. So you'd have to spend 2 actions in order to get your full movement again.
Yikes.
But that is all 3 oozes. Derek, you're up.
All right, let's see. Little hurt. Wait, so if I have an enemy within melee range of me, does this make me take a penalty to like range attacks against other creatures?
Yes. Double checking. Yes, if it actually uses an attack roll. I know as a spellcaster you have
Yeah, spell attacks and spell
attacks and
saves.
saves, yeah.
That's a -10. Yikes. How big is the debuff?
Debuff is like -2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have Derek step out of the ooze's range.
Okay,
So that's
one
like-
action to step. 5 feet.
Yep. And then he is going to use 2 actions to cast Divine Lance on the ooze attacking Paulette.
Okay. And that's an attack roll?
Yep.
Okay, give it to me.
Come on. That is 15.
15. Goddamn. Yeah, that hits.
Nice. Alright, so that is going to be 1d4 good damage.
Okay, so this was a cantrip.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, 1d4 good damage. Alignments have their own damage.
Yep. That is 4 damage.
4 damage, okay. And that is your turn.
Yep.
Alright. Kay, you're up.
I don't know if stowing my fish counts as an action.
In this instance, no.
Okay. There's not much I can really do in terms of like getting in there and dealing damage this turn. So I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
I'm gonna move my 25 movement, which is 5 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You can get a little closer than that if you're looking to get close. You could actually get about there with 25 feet.
Well, I was gonna move here because I was gonna huck a javelin.
Oh, that works. Okay, so rage, move, javelin.
Yes,
Okay, give me an attack roll.
and I'm gonna hit this boy right there. Yep.
The green one.
Yeah, I guess the small one over there. And that is a 15 plus 4. That hits.
No, that crits.
Ah.
So, in this system, if you roll 10 above or 10 below your target, it is a critical in that direction. So, because you rolled a 19 and its AC is only 8, that is a critical hit.
Okay.
So, go ahead and roll your damage and add it up and then double everything. Because in this game, you actually double your modifiers.
Okay, so it's just a D6 plus 3. So,
D6 plus 5.
my thing's telling me 3.
Your thing's telling you 3 because it doesn't automatically add your rage.
Okay. Oh, I see. Then it's a 10 plus, or it's a 5 plus 5 then, so 10, which would be...
So, 20.
Yeah.
20 points of damage to that slime.
Damn.
That hurt his feelings.
Not really what I was expecting, but okay.
Tallow, you're up.
All right. So, what's the status on them all?
The one that you and Paulette have been working on is clearly badly hurt. Like, it seems to be having difficulty holding its form. You just watched this one get gored by that kitsune, and it just threw a stick through it. But it seems to now be in rough shape, not nearly as bad as this one, though. And this one is untouched.
All right.
Chad, I
I'll
hope
shoot
you guys
them
are
up.
enjoying the game, too.
I'll shoot the one that
Ears open.
Paulette was shooting at.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. A 14.
14 hits.
Hmm. Four damage.
4 damage. Okay. And that's one action.
Dost thou have a special ability?
Huh?
Go
Or do
ahead.
do you want to do anything really cool? Sorry.
Oh yeah, I have a hunt prey, don't I?
Oh, yeah. You're a ranger.
Then yeah, I'm gonna designate that ooze as my enemy, as my prey, and get a +2 circumstance bonus to perception. Actually, do for hitting, does it?
No.
Well, it says
least
you
not with-
ignore the penalty for this.
For the
Sorry.
second range increment, which only matters if she's like 200 feet away.
Oh, I thought that meant second range attack.
No.
Man, that's really bad.
However, there are ranger abilities that will be useful very quickly early on that will make use of hunt prey. Like
Yeah.
you get flurry and all kinds of crazy things. Ranger's actually good in this system.
A lot of things are actually good in the system.
So do you still want to do the hunt prey, or you just want to shoot him again?
I'll just shoot him again.
Okay, give me a second attack roll. For this one, it is going to be only a +1 to your roll.
6. I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
Total of 6? Correct. That does not hit. If you'd like to roll attack again, you are going to be taking a -4 to it. But his AC is really bad, so it's still possible for you to land the hit.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay.
5.
Not with that, unfortunately.
Ah.
So, 3 arrows loosed, but one of them finds their mark pretty quickly. This is very different than the archery range. It's kind of difficult to stay on target when you're in actual combat firing this quickly.
When there's actual adrenaline running through you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paulette, you're up.
All right. Hey, the one in front of me is still alive, so I'm gonna fucking punch his ass again.
Are you going for just a straight punch, or are you going to attempt to use a... no, never mind. Dimensional Assault wouldn't help you right now.
Whenever Paulette punches things, she punches things with the electricity.
Well, unfortunately, you don't have Spell Strike again right now.
Oh fuck! Do I
You
not?
also, you're out of spells. Level one Magnus, fucking kill me. Level 1 Magus only has one first level spell at first level.
Can't she use Electric Arc?
Cool.
Or is it only spells?
She can still use Electric Arc, but she needs to spend an action to concentrate to regain Spell Strike. But you would
you can. You
effectively...
got 3 actions.
Yeah, because you're already melee with it, you can concentrate and then Spell Strike again.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So, concentrate,
Right, so
Spell
she
Strike.
focuses, yeah, and then
Give me an attack roll.
we'll fucking punch. All right.
Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Crit, crit, crit.
That is
Ooh,
a
close.
17. Very close.
17 to hit.
Almost a crit. Damn. 1 off.
Actually, she is taking a small penalty to her punch attacks because they're non-lethal
Ah.
until next level when they're not, because I know what build she's going for. Regardless, though, that still hits. So,
Nice.
right.
D6 and a D4 for damage, and you are adding 6 to the damage on this. Where'd the card go? Oh, it just went into your hand.
No.
It went into your hand. Yeah. Alright, so let's see what we got here.
Okay.
13 points of damage on that strike. So, Paulette wheels back, electricity running through your hands. You bring your fist down on this slime, and that's enough damage to completely disrupt it and destroy it.
Uh-huh. Well,
put that
that
away.
was easy.
And that's your 3 actions. It is now the Ooze's turn. You have to
Ivan
be...
Ooze to make his grand appearance.
You have to be dealt with. This Ooze is going to spend 2 actions to get to K, and is going to attack him.
Okay.
Okay. As I recall, you have a -2 to your AC because of Clumsy and Rage. No, sorry.
How did
just
I get
one.
clumsy?
Just one. You haven't drawn your hammer yet. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm clumsy when I have the hammer. Yeah.
You're clumsy when you have the hammer, but you haven't drawn your hammer yet. So
Nope.
does a 13 hit?
No, my AC would be a 17.
Okay. That's all that Ooze can do. The other Ooze is going to move, make an attack against Derek again.
Oof.
That is a 24 to hit.
That is a crit.
That is a crit. Okay.
Takes me back.
Fuckberry, take a total of 6 damage.
Ah.
I rolled a pair of
Alright.
1s again on a crit.
Okay, thank God.
Right.
Just
Fun.
gotta miss this next one. A pair of 1s won't save me next time.
Is going to make another attack against you.
Mm.
That is a -5. 11 to hit.
That misses.
And third attack,
No,
not
didn't
even
it move?
fucking close. That's a 2. Oh, no, yeah, you're right. It moves, so I don't get a third attack.
Yeah, I was terrified.
Derek, you're up.
Alright. Pretty badly wounded. Unfortunately, he's the only one wounded, so... Priorities. Let's see, how does this work again? Heal 1d8, 1 action. How many spells does he have? Alright, he has
as a
3 first level ones.
Yeah, as a first level sorcerer, you have 3 first levels.
Alright. So with 1 action, I'm going to have Derek cast Heal on himself.
Okay.
And that is a d8. Just flat d8. That is 7 healing.
7 healing. Okay.
Nice. Right, so back up to 10.
Is it not 7 plus your spellcasting modifier, or is it just the roll?
I think it's just the roll. I'm going to have to double check.
I'll pull the spell card here in a second. Go ahead and finish your turn.
Yeah, no, it's just the roll.
Okay.
And then with the remaining 2 actions, I'm going to have him cast Purifying Icicle on
Purifying
the
icicle. Oh.
Purifying Icicle on the one attacking K.
Okay. Not the one that's attacking you?
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. I get a penalty.
Right.
Yeah, I'll do it on the one attacking Derek. So spell attack.
Okay.
That is 20.
20 is a crit.
Yeah, so 2d6 and 2d6 piercing and 1d6 cold. I'm assuming the slime doesn't count as undead, right?
You would be correct. The slime does not count as undead.
All right, so just gotta get 3 of these. Can you clone this d6 for me, Agua? I can't.
Oh, yeah. I'm on my way. Across the table.
Just need 3 of these.
You're a spellcaster. I'll give you more.
Yeah,
You're
that's
going to
true.
use them.
All right, let's see. 3d6.
Also, helicoptering in a heal card for you.
26 damage.
26 damage. God damn. Well done. All right, that hurt.
Just a big old, just slab of ice dropping down from above onto the ooze.
All right, and that is your 3.
Yes.
Okay, you're up.
Turn this thing into paste. All right, you know what I'm doing.
Drawing hammer and swinging.
As you see this man pull a comically large hammer out, which is a +6 to hit.
+6 to damage, not to hit. Oh, sorry. Your actual attack roll is +6. I misunderstood.
Yeah, 9 + 6.
Hits.
So 15. Okay. And this is my D12. Where's my D12? Oh, here's my D12.
Yep. D12 plus like fucking 9. Oh my god.
It's probably dead.
Give me a number.
Let's see.
21.
Yes.
All right, I'll just take that. Turn it into paste.
Splat.
Like
I would
fucking
like to...
Gallagher, man. Just
Is the one
Crunch.
attacking? Is the one attacking this magician man alive still?
oh yeah.
Movement, second action.
Third action. Your first
Oh, I
action
can't.
was to draw
drew
your hammer. Your first action was to draw your hammer.
Okay.
Your second action was to attack. You can move for your third action.
Sure, I'll move to where I guess I'll just move like a few feet this way. It's fine, whatever.
You can move to flank it, and that will ruin its life.
Sure.
All right.
I didn't know flanking was a thing in this one. Okay.
Flanking is very much a thing. Rules are a little different, but flanking is very much a thing. Tylo, you are up.
Nice.
Alrighty.
Just two-shot one of my slimes, why don't you? You fuck.
I mean, this thing has a pretty good chance of getting two-shot as well.
I'm gonna steady aim and shoot it again. Shoot the one between those two boys.
Study aim, is that an ability or are you just shooting?
Shooting. I was
Okay.
just saying words out of my mouth.
That's fine. Words are good.
Words are very good.
God
as a role
damn,
playing
that's a
game.
crit.
Crit.
That's a crit on
So-
dice alone. I don't even need the bonus for that.
So how does my crit work with deadly?
Oh, that's right. You have deadly. God damn it. So go ahead and roll your damage normally.
All right. 4.
Okay. You would double that as you normally would for a critical hit.
So 8.
8, right. Yeah, you don't roll 2 dice. You just double whatever your total is.
Okay.
And then for deadly, you add an additional die equal to what your deadly number is. So you roll an extra
Okay.
d10. 4.
Another
Ooh.
4.
12 points of damage. It is still... Well, I was going to say standing. It is still slurping.
Ah, damn.
Mhm.
So close.
So I have a question about combat.
Yes.
Is it minus 5 on any type of attack, or like does going from range to melee change it, or
It is minus 5 on any type of attack. However, your kukri does have the agile function, which means you reduce that penalty by 1. So if you multi-tech with your kukri, it's a minus 4 penalty instead of a minus 5 penalty.
and do I need Augie
Yes.
with my certain ability? Do I need to do we need to spend an action to draw that kukri?
Yes, you would, and it doesn't matter because it's farther out of your range than your movement.
Yeah.
It'd take you 40 feet of movement
Shoot
to
it
get
again?
there, so...
You just shoot it again.
Yeah, I'll shoot it one more time. Do at least 8.
8 hits.
Holy shit, these things suck.
8. Yeah, these things don't have high...
ones.
4.
These, 4 points of damage. These things don't have very high AC, but they have a medium amount of hit points. That said, that killed that one.
Woo!
Nice.
So I'll go ahead and pull him off the board.
First
Mhm.
combat, and I didn't go down.
It was a near thing, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's lucky that you rolled ones twice.
Well, with that said and done, I think I would like to go unbed my javelin out of the ground before my rage ends, because I'm sure that shit's buried.
You can pull your javelin out of the ground. It's not going to be an issue. Also, your rage ends automatically when you do not perceive enemies
Yeah.
anymore.
Okay, yeah. I lose my temporary HP, Sag.
You didn't
believe
even
you
get.
were also-
You didn't even need it.
I believe you are also incapable of raging again for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. I just want to unbed my spear, I guess.
Yeah, you're good. You're more than strong enough to be able to do that. So,
Put my hammer away.
with that combat resolved, good on you guys.
Hey.
They came out of the sea?
They seem to have climbed up from the dock.
Would a nature check suffice? Like, I'm somebody who's pretty knowledgeable about the ocean. Do I think that they came from the sea? Can I do a nature check?
Trying to think on that. I don't think nature would apply in this sense. I believe
Okay.
Arcana or occult would be more appropriate.
I don't know. I don't have anything in any of those. I mean, I could still roll.
Just give me a second. I'm trying to confirm that information.
Hmm.
Or not sea oozes, I guess.
Hmm.
Let me see
Yeah,
here.
on the-
It is... Yeah, it's occultism.
I mean, can I roll anyways?
Yeah, you can
All
roll
right.
anyways. Like, trained skills are not an issue in this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an 18.
It's an 18? Okay.
Yeah, I rolled an 18.
Nice.
Let's see. That's you rolling that?
Yeah.
Okay. You are familiar with these particular creatures. You've had them spring up in your lands before. Although they're also generally pretty quickly dealt with. These are known as sewer oozes. Generally just caused by a lot of bacteria and leftover magical residue, just in general. Like, they are considered a they are considered a what's the word I'm looking for?
Pest.
Pest.
Normal.
A supernatural pest is probably the best way to describe them.
Uncommon.
But yeah, uncommon for certain. It's not unheard of that they will try to attack and more immediately consume people.
Hmm.
But yeah, more than that, they're not really considered extremely threatening creatures.
Second, is everyone okay?
Dusting his hands off of the residue ice water, Derek could just make a faint smile. Yes, thankfully. On that note, Agma, would Derek know about this, like the regular attacks on the slimes from the docks?
This isn't a regular occurrence by any definition. Like, it's been known to happen, but it's by no definition a regular occurrence. I would say it's about as common as, say...
A wolf attack?
No, not even that common. Not even that common. I would say it's roughly about as common as, like, seasonal flooding. It's not common. It's not common, but it is known to happen.
Yes. Unfortunately, I must apologize for this incident. My friends, this is not an uncommon occurrence, but unfortunately it doesn't happen often enough for the officials to properly care. On that note, Miss Lady Tello, I believe there must have been a mistake in just our countries interacting with each other. I am meant to be your guide, as it were, throughout Ahia.
I see. Not quite what I imagined, but
You say this as Derek distinctly smells of sewage. Because he got splashed by a sewage attack.
Yeah. Unfortunately, as circumstances have it, our country doesn't have a noble system, and I am, quite honestly, the closest thing it has to a noble son, so to speak. So I was given this task.
Sorry, real quick. Paulette, give me a perception check.
Ooh, all right. That is a 20.
Alistair is gone.
Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds like that old coot.
Just straight up, that old motherfucker did it again.
Yeah, he's kind of like Batman in that way. You kind of just you turn your back on him and he's gone.
I'm assuming Derek just straight up didn't notice him, like throughout the fight.
Yeah, if he wasn't on your radar before, he's definitely not on it now.
as a Agma,
Yes, sir.
as I get close to these people, are any of them as one of my passive things? You have to make some rolls. Are any of them trying to hide their true nature, by chance? If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
People
I
out.
don't believe so. Like the only person I would question that for is Jade, or I'm sorry, for Paulette.
Okay.
But if I recall, I don't think you're ever going to use that form.
It's just if anybody is hiding their current, if anybody is hiding their true form from me currently.
Right. Because I know, Jade, you took the Beastkin heritage, but I don't think we set you up.
Yes.
I don't think we set you up with a transformation at all because you wanted to stick with this, as far as I know.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So are we? This is up to you entirely. Are we judging that you have it and you're not using it, or you are permanently in your natural state?
Palette's permanently in her natural state. If anything,
I lost.
adrenaline, i.e., when she activates her super mode, she gets more cat-like features.
Okay, so
Specifically, if you notice, like even with the model, if you notice whenever she smiles or gets overtly angry, her eyes become more cat-like.
Okay. So to that answer, I will say no. No one is actively disguising their true selves.
Okay.
Which is saying something because there's a girl with horns just right there,
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
a masked dude.
and
I mean,
goat features.
I'm a raccoon person with like 9 tails, so
Right. You would not see this as strange by any definition.
no, this is pretty normal.
Actually, if you guys want to go ahead and pull your figures off the board, I'm going to pull this board.
Okay.
I really like the ship.
I'm really pleased with how this one came out. Expect all
Hey,
of your battle maps to be like this.
Does canon technology actually exist in this world, or?
assuming magical.
Give me a... God, give me a crafting check.
Crafting? Okay.
Crafting, yeah.
Yeah. Trained in alcohol or cooking or crafting, mastery, preparation. That has nothing to do with food or drink.
Correct.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's just a base roll because
Because you don't have
crafting and cooking
skill.
aren't the same. Yeah.
Correct. I mean, crafting and cooking would be used... I'm sorry, crafting would be used for cooking roles. If you're, like, specifically, like, chef cooking. But in this instance, crafting is just as much an open skill as Arcana or Nature.
16.
16. You are definitely aware that gunpowder technology exists.
Okay.
Um,
I'm not trying to make anything.
you're fine.
Yeah.
There are stat blocks for things that, like, core game, that shit exists.
Okay.
Nothing to worry about. If Gunslinger was a
Explosive.
class available to you at the start of the game, it exists.
Okay.
So, as the 4 of you, I assume, I don't know if Paulette's getting involved in this conversation or not.
Paulette standing outside for the moment, kind of a few steps away from the rest of the group,
Okay.
sizing everybody up.
I mean, you can give me a perception check for insight if you like.
Sure. That is a 18.
18. Based on what you've seen of everyone's abilities, it looks like that purple face masked dude definitely has an affinity for magic that is not at all similar to your own. The goat horned girl you were speaking to seems to be a decent shot. That big raccoon-looking bastard, though, he be strong. He just splatted that thing in less swings it took you to splat a thing. That's
Why'd you have
impressive.
to add the bastard?
Huh. All right.
Oh no.
See.
So as you're amongst yourselves, a fairly young human fella runs up to you guys. Hey, y'all! Thank you for taking care of that mess. I went to go fetch some guards, but it looks like y'all cleaned it up before I had time to come back over here.
Does Derek recognize this man at all? Or has he like seen them around?
Give me a perception check.
Right?
Perception or society, whichever is better for you.
I think society. Yeah, that's a 5. That's 11.
11.
Dang.
Yeah, you've seen this fella around a couple of times, and he definitely knows who you are. He's one of the dock workers that work out here.
Ah. I'm assuming his name escapes me within a roll of 11.
Correct.
Ah.
Are you
Yes.
all Derek? I know your family's always asking you for you to handle little interesting things like that, and I know you're doing what you can for the good of the country. So, I mean, it's always good to see you around. As for the rest of you folk, I don't think I've seen any of y'all here before. Y'all adventurers of some sorts, or are you looking for work? Maybe something of the
sorts.
something a little more of a little more of the dangerous affinity, maybe.
I wouldn't be opposed.
Yes, sir.
This
Thank
is
you
where
for
Paulette steps up
the.
and
Hmm.
specifically goes, I got nothing better to do.
Hmm. Why, thank you, sir. But and honestly, unless it's what Lady Brightwood would wish, I don't think we were planning to get into any more danger.
As thrilling as that encounter was, I am here. I am an envoy of the Funhausenese. How do you pronounce that?
Funhausenese.
On
I'm an
Housenese.
envoy of the Funhausenese continents of the Brightwood Manor, here to participate in a archery competition. So I am a little preoccupied. I still need to lodge and go through customs and formalities for that.
Oh,
So
so you are already on your way to Sharkapudu then?
Yes.
Oh, fair enough. I apologize. I don't mean to intrude. I wasn't expecting to be in the and he's like consistently bowing over and over. I wasn't expecting to be in the presence of a noble folk. My apology. My name's Philip Croshaw.
So, like, Derek would just snap his fingers and, like, as his name speaks, that's what. He just think to himself, that was it, Philip.
I'm sorry. I just had a friend over down at the Guaranteed Quad who was looking for some folks to help him with some transport of some things down to Sharkapudu.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be opposed to such work.
I mean, if y'all are already heading in that direction, you could check in with TrueCar and he can give you more details. He just told me keep an eye out for anybody who seemed like they were capable for that type of work.
Sure.
Hmm.
He does seem to stand there kind of expectantly, like either waiting for you to tell him off or waiting for you to respond before someone off to the side just goes, "Spell it! Tell him get the fuck back to work!" Yes, boss.
I was gonna tell him to lead the way, but I guess if that's his boss, I guess I'll probably walk up to the boss and
Derek, you would know where the guaranteed quad is.
Yes. I'm assuming that's some sort of inn.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
before we leave, little miss that shot her arrows. I'm gonna go and see if she, ask Miss, don't forget your arrows. And I'm gonna go pick up these slimy arrows and shit. It's like, you might want these back. Just gonna start handing these slimy ass arrows back.
There are a couple of them that are lodged in the side of the boat because she missed.
I'll grab the ones I can grab.
I'm good. I prefer my arrows not to reek of septus.
Just clean them.
Yes. Well,
Buddy, if you want
on
to
the
keep them as a memento, by all means, I am not attached. I could buy more.
Are you sure? Okay. I'm absolutely gonna take them.
Raccoon instincts at their finest.
Raccoons, I swear.
Wow.
As it, well, what was the name of the inn again, Nagma?
The name of the inn is the Guaranteed Quad.
Well, as it would happen, Lady Brightwood, the Guaranteed Quad was to be our first destination. We don't have much in the way of a proper embassy yet, but there we can meet the significant folk of our lovely city.
This excursion is turning out to be a lot more backwaters than I anticipated, or probably what my parents anticipated. If this is what we must do, if this is how we have to go, sure.
All right.
Paulette just walks up and pats her on the back. It'll be okay. I'm here after all.
Yes. That being said, you do look a little injured, miss. If you would like, I can attempt some healing. You were roughed up almost as badly as
me?
I was in that scuffle.
I'm fine. I'll make do. Happens all the time.
If you insist, then Derek's just gonna shrug and, I assume, start leading them towards the guaranteed quad.
Okay. So, heading towards the Guaranteed Quad. This is a very large establishment. Like, it is a 3-story building. The bottom floor is made of stone, the second floor is made of brick, and the top floor is made of wood. The interior is very ornately decorated. It looks like there is both there's a place for both high-end and low-income personnel here. Like the lowest floor is clearly full for some of the lower class individuals. As you go upstairs to the second floor, you notice that the clientele is pretty much exactly the same, actually. The decorations are just nicer. Derek, you would be perfectly aware that Ahia currently has no noble class.
Yeah, as Derek mentioned earlier, he's probably the closest thing there is to a noble son, so to speak.
Right. So there's not much in the way of high-class clientele outside of people that just want to spend more money.
Yeah, those who can afford to.
It's on this floor you meet up with another Orcish gentleman. This one much more clean and distinguished, if dressed a little roughly. He's wearing a leather jacket, no shirt underneath, so he's bare-chested and he is hairy.
Hmm.
He has... The closest I can describe this individual is if you made Fabio an orc.
So,
Artie, have you ever seen the
I don't-
front of a romance novel?
Ah,
It doesn't matter
oh,
which
oh.
one, they're all the same.
Where's my shirt? Yes,
Yeah.
I am aware.
Yeah. But, like, clearly orc face. Like, this man is putting up a presentation that he cannot sell. Like, he has huge
Right.
tusks. One of his eyes looks like it's been punched so many times it's basically permanently swollen shut. But he is rocking the hair. He's rocking the open chest.
His body is writing checks his face can't cash.
Correct. Derek, you would know this individual to be Trukar Dragulin. I fucked up saying that. Trukar Dragulin.
Any significant relation or just an associate?
One of the wealthiest individuals here in Bosman.
Ah. Well, to be nice, I think.
He was
Hunt.
one.
The-
He was definitely known as one of the first people to act as a double agent during the rebellion. So this is definitely an older individual.
Ah.
Like we're talking a man probably in his 60s.
Ah, friend of the family, so to speak.
Yes, friend of the family would be a great way to put it.
Yeah.
One of the wealthiest individuals in Ahia in Bosman. Just because he was managing to play both sides as hard as he could to the detriment of Luteronia.
Yeah, so a big friendly hug from Derek to Truark.
Trukar.
Trukar, sorry. Ah, Trukar. It's been so short, but it's already good to see you again.
Oh, Derek. His voice is terrible. It sounds like it sounds like a tin can being dragged along a gravel road and the tin can's already been flattened. Oh, Derek. It's been quite some time. He reaches up and ruffles your hair. He smears the face paint a little bit. Not enough for it to make an impact at all, because you work hard on that.
Yeah. A lot of work in the morning to get this looking good.
I understand that feeling. What brings you around the guaranteed quad today?
State business, as it were, Uncle. I'm escorting the Lady Brightwood, as you can see here. She's an envoy of the Tunese Empire, visiting for an archery tournament.
Oh, yes, I understand. Yes. He reaches out a hand to shake yours, Tallow.
How kempt does he look?
Very, actually. His face is just fucked up. Like, he's an incredibly clean individual. He's definitely trying to present himself as more than what he probably should be.
More
But
than meets the eye.
Yeah, he's very well presented. He just looks like he took one too many hits in the face with the ugly stick.
Charmed, Tello Brightwood of the Von Hausenese Empire, Brightwood family. And you might be...
Trukar Dragulin. At your service and your families. Do you take his hand?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I take his hands. I take like 2 fingers of it.
he will, as forwardly as he is comfortable doing, he will lean down and kiss your fingers. But with the way his mouth is shaped, it's really just his tusk bumps against one of your fingers and he pulls away.
Mm.
Classy.
He tries. Tries a little too hard, but he
Charmed.
tries.
That's
Armed.
So what brings you by this way, then, Derek? Please,
Uh,
sit down. Let me get you the lot of you around. I've got a
Considering
new
the fight-
import today that you might be interested in.
is that so?
Yes.
Forgive me, Uncle, if I stay standing. I don't want to get sewage on your chairs.
Can't you clear yourself up, Magic Man?
Unfortunately, most of my magic these days is for utility and combat purposes. I don't have prestidigitation.
Best spell in the game.
Well, to each their own. And still, let me at least fetch that round for you. I'll listen to what business you have.
Thank you.
So he takes a moment. He returns with 4 decently sized tankards of a, at first glance, appears to be some sort of rosé wine.
You said at first glance.
Yeah, it appears to be some sort of clear pink liqueur.
Okay.
Who wants to try it?
Oh yeah. I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know.
Paulette immediately takes that.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Same.
I want to give it a good smell.
It does smell like alcohol, but it doesn't smell as strong as wine typically does.
Is this something that would be typically used as an ingredient, like in cooking? Because some people do cook with wines, and they burn it off.
Yeah, it doesn't have that distinct grape scent that comes with wine. So if it was, you can't quite place what that smell is. Yeah, who's taking a drink?
Oh yeah.
I know
Derek
Paulette
and
is.
Kay and
Derek.
Paulette.
So everyone but Tallow is taking a drink.
I don't remember if my character's actually legally old enough to drink.
That's fucking D&D. Who cares?
It's who cares.
You're in an anarchy state. Might as well drink.
Technically, this state does not have a legal age.
This
Yes.
country does not have a legal age.
Exactly.
I look around and ask, knows any one of you a narc?
I look at you like, the fuck?
Lady Brightwood, this entire country was founded on hating narcs.
He has the right of it, young lady. That said, I believe both. I believe just Derek and Paulette took damage in that last fight. Correct?
Yes.
Both of you heal 7 hit points.
Whoa.
I was gonna say, do I need to do like a Constitution save? Or...
No, it's good. It's thin. It's not.
Huh?
There is definitely a taste of alcohol in it, but it is not the primary. It is not the primary punch that you're getting.
I got it.
At least not out of alcohol that you're typically familiar with.
I got it.
This is something new I picked up, shipped in from the country of Wareford not that long ago.
It's good stuff, Uncle.
I believe they called it Adventurer's Brew. Seems they have an
Ah.
economy for this kind of thing down there. Might seem about learning the recipe myself, see if we can't get it shipped around here a little bit. It's going to take some time to
Recipe, huh?
figure it out, though.
Time well spent, I assure you.
Well, if you're in the nature of trading recipes when you get it, just let me know. Interested.
Are you an alchemist, then?
Of sorts.
I will certainly keep you in mind. What's your name, young man? I'm afraid I didn't catch your name.
K or KA. Your choice.
K.A. With the way he's clearly trying to say K.A., but the way his mouth is, it just comes out as K.
That's fine. I'm gonna give him a hand. I'm gonna give him a hearty handshake.
He returns it.
I am not trying to crush his hand.
He is not as strong as you are.
No.
Man put way too many points in charisma and put them in the wrong place.
That's fine.
Is there anything I can help you guys with while you're here? Or are you just staying for the evening? You have you're headed for Sharkapuru. You already have means out there. Derek, you do have a carriage set aside.
Yes, thankfully we do already have travel prepared, Uncle. Thank you.
Fair enough. Well, he claps his hands together. If there's anything you need, don't hesitate to ask. That goddamn thing didn't save. Goddamn you stream elements.
What didn't save?
Links.
Yeah, the links didn't save correctly.
Oof.
That's annoying. I'll just disable that. I'll have to fix it later.
Alright.
Anyway. Where were we? Is there anything you guys would like? Actually, we're at a pretty good point right here. Let's go ahead and take a short break.
Yep.
Right?
Because I need to get me some more water. I am out of water. I already went through all my water.
Same.
Real quick, thank you so much, Falter, for the sub. Welcome to our little treasure hoard.
Welcome, welcome.
And I hope you guys are enjoying the game so far.
Oh, definitely.
We will be back here in just a little bit.
See you then.
And we're back, everybody.
Hey, hello. We missed you.
So, you guys are now sitting inside of the Guaranteed Quad, being provided this new and apparently very healthy drink. Derek, you have transport arranged, so you guys are free to do as you see fit.
If there is nothing else at the moment, Lady Brightwood, I would like to request a quick bath to clean myself.
Very well.
Before we set out on a journey.
Hygiene is rather important. And frankly, I do not wish to smell the stench that is permeating off of you.
Hopefully just from the slimes. I'll only be a moment. As he leaves to find the nearest bathroom.
With
bathing room.
With as high end of an establishment as this is, Trugar would have bathing facilities in here.
Sweet.
So it would take you no more than an hour, considering you also have to heat the water up. But it would take you no more than an hour to return to the group.
Oh, right. Yield and fats. I
Mhm.
forgot. And Derek does not have any fire cantrips to speed this along. Oh well.
So, if there's anything else you guys would like to do over the course of the hour while Derek is taking his bath.
Oh, I'm gonna follow my nose.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Let's have some fun with this.
12.
12.
Yeah.
You're kind of just sitting there in the establishment, and there's... Your nose catches something different.
Okay.
You look up and you see one of the human men that is carrying a plate to another table. It's a dish you have never seen before.
Oh my goodness.
It appears to be this... It appears to be a dish that is hearty and like there's a lot of meat and vegetables that's giving off this dense smell. But all you see is a pastry.
As I guess, lean over these random people's table and stare at their food, I'm gonna ask the waiter or the garçon if he would introduce me to the on-site cook or maitre d'.
I don't know what that other thing is, but I can introduce you to the guy who does our cooking. Sure.
Splendid.
Kay is severely overestimating the fanciness of this place.
Colette's gonna follow him.
Well, as as Kay goes to stand up and follow the waiter, no, just I'll bring him out to you.
Oh. Okay.
He runs off into another room. A couple of moments pass, and out walks a goblin.
Nice.
No more than 1.5 feet tall.
Nice.
His head is very heavily wrapped. Like it looks kind of painful because of how big his ears are. Like they're clearly pressing against the bandana that he's wearing on his head.
Mm-hmm.
But he has the most majority of his head tied back. He's wearing a somewhat dirty, fairly clean, but also clearly worked in white shirt. Not a coat, just a shirt.
Not a chef jacket.
Not
Okay.
a chef jacket. No, just a shirt.
No.
Is there a problem with your food, sir?
No, nothing of the sort. I am a traveler from a far distance, and I'm interested in the cuisine that you're making.
Was there something in particular you wanted to know about, or?
Literally that, and I point at that dude's plate over there.
The people who are the people that are taking part in the meals over at that table just all look at you, just kind of surprised. Did you want to try it for yourself, or?
Okay, hear me out, because I'm kind of broke. I do have some skills with cooking. How about this? If you would allow me, I'll cook you something, and you cook me something.
I'll do you one better. You make me something that'll satisfy my mouth, and I'll make you the best damn dish I've got.
He slams on the table. Yes. He stands up and he's like, to the kitchen.
Okay. All right. So
Raccoon adventure.
Ke and this small goblin chef head back into the kitchen. Ke, you can immediately see how he's able to work back here. It looks like there's been specifically a walkway around the counter for him to be able to work on.
Okay.
But there's also clearly enough space for you to be able to work around him without getting in each other's way. Kind of helps that you're easily 5 feet taller than him, but still.
Yeah. I'm going to quickly look around and try to gauge my ingredients that I see around me.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. That's a 15.
It's a 15. He has, based on the cuisines that you're familiar with, which is predominantly going to be Asian cuisines, because of your starting culture.
Right.
You could pretty easily make most things that don't involve using ginger.
Okay.
Which unfortunately is going to limit your menu by a large amount. But it's also taking into account the fish that you had purchased earlier.
Right. I'm definitely using that tuna that I have.
Okay.
Well, do you want me to actually do you want me to just roll to make a dish, or do you want me to describe
I do.
I want you
to give me a crafting check or a cooking. I believe you have lore cooking specifically.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
go
what
ahead and give me
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Give me a lore cooking check.
Good. So that's a 16 plus 3. That's a 19.
The 19. All right. And he is also going to make a lore cooking check.
Do I know that Paulette followed me out into the dining room?
Paulette's just been kind of hanging around with you guys at the table. Paulette, did you follow after him after this little cooking contest was presented?
Yes.
Yep.
Just
Okay.
turned into food wars.
She's absolutely...
dude, it's a fight, bro. It's a fight. I'll make an extra dish for her. I'll spectates. Yeah.
Yeah. Paulette, I assume you're not going to try to be in the way. Like, are you just watching from the door, or are you, like, hovering over people's shoulders?
I'm back up against one of the walls, just kind of watching and making sure he doesn't fuck anything up.
Okay.
What?
It is kind of surprising to watch an individual as large and who you've seen as strong as he is move with the kind of dexterity that he is displaying right now. Like, despite the fact that there is clearly a small creature that he could just backhand out of the way, he is very deftly moving around this kitchen, applying ingredients, using these small, delicate instruments that is completely contrasting to what you saw him doing out on the wharf. And inside of 20 minutes, because this is a restaurant.
Yeah.
Inside of 20 minutes, you see that both he and this goblin have both made up very different dishes. One for each of the three of you. So not very large portions, these dishes, but definitely enough for you to get an idea of each other's cooking skills.
Mm-hmm. How did the goblin do on his roll?
Well, his stuff he currently has hidden underneath underneath silver trays.
I hide nothing.
Because the challenge was you have to satisfy him to try his food. But
I
he
hide
still went.
nothing and I present.
He still went ahead and made the thing just in case you impress him.
Okay.
So you present this very beautifully made ramen bowl.
That works.
Yeah. This very beautifully made 3-meat ramen bowl. Because he had 2 other meats on hand and you wanted to make use of that tuna.
Yes.
This beautifully made 3-meat ramen bowl. And he begins to start eating it. Paulette, are you going to start eating it as well?
I'll have a bite.
Okay. It's fucking good. Strong man can cook. Apparently you have Kronk in your party. Who knew? What about my spinach puffs?
Huh?
And I smash it with a hammer. Just kidding.
The goblin the goblin stops eating after a few bites and goes, "That is very impressive. I have not been able..." Oh, I'm doing the wrong voice. That is very impressive. I haven't had Pitticock cuisine in like a year. That is absolutely amazing. That is some of the best I've ever had. Then, as promised, he pulls up the silver trays, and you see the same dish that you had seen served to another table. It is assembled and sealed, very much like a pie, like a pot pie. And
Okay.
you would at least be passingly familiar with pot pies.
Okay.
But the strange thing is that you are very clearly getting a specific scent of meat and potatoes and vegetables without breaking open the pastry.
Okay.
It already has this very strong scent of savory stew.
I'm gonna dive in.
Taking a fork and breaking into the pastry, you're then hit with a very different aroma.
Okay.
As the interior of the pastry is actually not the kind of meat and potatoes and gravy that you were expecting to break into, but an actually very finely and meticulously placed steak and fine vegetables.
Okay.
So the meal is delivered in a manner to entice the poor man while also very cleanly satisfying a wealthier client.
Nice. Yep, I'm gonna eat it.
It is fucking delicious. The meat,
good.
The meat is tender. The vegetables are warm and soft without being overly cooked.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something about the entire presentation that's bugging you.
It's not messy enough.
How the fuck did he get all that in the pastry and keep it cooked like that?
A master never reveals his secrets.
It's going to be something that's going to bug Kay for a while.
Yeah, it really is.
He rolled fuck high on his cooking, by the way.
Okay.
He rolled like
How high?
24.
Oh.
Well, I will put my hand out and concede my, he definitely outcooked me, and I will concede the win to him. But I do thank him also for the food.
Oh, this wasn't a contest of ability. I just wanted you to impress me.
Yeah.
Please enjoy the meal. I will enjoy this just as much.
And I will take my meal. I'm assuming. Did we come? I'm gonna take my meal to the table.
Sure.
And yeah.
He has no desire or reason to stop you. But you definitely you definitely have some ideas for a new recipe if you would like to try and take down a new recipe.
Oh yeah. I don't know how to do that, but yeah, absolutely.
I will make a thing for it.
Nice.
As a matter of fact, give me a crafting check. You do
a
have...
food crafting check or just
Yes, this is a food crafting check because
Okay.
it is pertaining to cooking. You're
Okay.
effectively trying to come up with a new recipe.
Okay. Let me
This isn't totally the reason why I played Final Fantasy 16, not at all.
I was just about to make that
12.
joke.
A 12?
12.
You're
Yeah.
not quite there yet. You're not
Let's come
quite
up with
there
a
yet.
new recipe.
It's okay. And I'll sit down and see if
this
Paulette
is...
joins the seat and just enjoys the food.
This is certainly something that's going to take you more time to mull over and how to get the execution right. But you're concerned you may not be able to properly look into it without practicing some of the skills that you've been shown.
I'll have to come back here for training one day. Paulette, did you enjoy your ramen?
It was aight. Not as good as something Alistair's made for you, but it's serviceable.
Food brings people together.
Talo, was there anything you wanted to try and explore during this time frame?
That is a good question. You know, what is the surrounding area like? What is the surrounding outside of this building? What is the surrounding area like?
The surrounding architecture, or just like the general feel of the populace?
Architecture, area,
Okay.
kind of landscape, is it?
Give me a perception check.
Whee! 22.
22. A majority of the structures in this area are either made of stone, brick, or adobe. There are a couple sprinkling of wood structures, but it looks like the wooden structures are meant to be showcased as more wealthy structures. Like, the only ones you're seeing that are wood structures are high-end businesses or higher quality homes. But a majority of the businesses and other structures in this area anyway are either brick, adobe, or stone.
I see. Is there any nature nearby?
More than you would expect. With that roll that you had given me, I would say there are certain structures that stand out to you that are clearly overgrown. Like, you can definitely see, like, for the most part, the adobe, the stone, and the brick buildings are almost completely untouched. The wood structures, what ones that you can see are clearly being used, are kept relatively clean. But there are others that definitely stand out, and that there is just massive growth of vines and naturally growing debris just kind of overtaking some structures. There is one in particular that is the most prominent in this. And you can see it above the skyline. It is this... It's clearly supposed to be structured in a almost cathedral-like shape from the lands that you're familiar with. It's very similar in build to a cathedral, but it is almost entirely green. And you have to stare at it for a second to realize, oh, that is all natural matter covering that building.
Hmm.
Like, it's weird. It's almost like some buildings have been deliberately left alone to be overtaken with plant life.
Hmm. I'm gonna find the nearest overgrown building, the nearest building with any sort of greenery on it that's not too far from the guaranteed quad.
Simple enough. Simple enough. You are in a very prominent part of town at this point, so it's not difficult by any definition. I would say no more than a few minutes walk, and you could see it like down the street. There is a very large 3-story structure that is within a gated area. But the gate is wide open. The front garden that you can see is overgrown. Weeds, flowers, overall plant life just incredibly largely overgrown. The structure itself has been overtaken by ivy. A couple of vines. There's a tree sprouting through the roof.
I'm gonna pull out a little notepad and start drawing some of the structures I see, some of the more interesting fixtures in this garden. Just start sketching.
The garden itself, you actually can't seem to make out any of the individual structures. And it's not because they don't exist, it's because they've been broken. Like, you can see about partway in through the walkway that leads up to the actual house, there used to be some sort of stone archway there. It's been completely crumbled in. It's just a pile of stone on the ground. There looks like there may have been some form of decorations or hedge work that may have been done, but it's been unkempt for so incredibly long that you couldn't even make out what their original shape or coloration would have been. And it is almost a sheer contrast to the adobe buildings surrounding it that are lively and painted and colorful and lights and conversation coming out of them. This building is cold.
Interesting. But Tallow is kind of... She's just kind of more taken to the greenery itself and the interesting shapes to them rather than the structures underneath and the implications of it.
Okay. Fair enough. You'll spend a better part of the next hour sketching this unique combination of structure and nature. I would say, for good comparison, you are familiar with your people, the elves. More commonly making use of the natural environment and building onto it as to not be intrusive. Trees are used as natural supports rather than cut down.
Yeah.
Old trees are hollowed out as to not knock them over. This is a very different sentiment in which nature has decided this is its building. Not someone has decided to build around the nature. It's a very surreal thing to look upon. And kind of odd that an intrusive society such as this one would allow some of these structures to be taken willingly. It's curious.
Very, very interesting.
But I think that's everybody. As the four of you reconverge at your original sitting place, Derek, now freshly cleaned, no longer smelling of sewage. His
Thankfully.
face paint done up again.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
Mhm.
Sir Derek, I assume that you feel nice and refreshed, right?
Why, thank you.
Are we all ready to part for our destination?
I don't believe there is anything else that we must attend to unless any of us wish to take part in that job Philip told us about. Something about moving cargo, I believe.
If it's a pit stop on the way this crew wishes to partake in, I will not object, but cargo moving is not. It is no duty fit for a lady such as myself.
Man, I have no problem moving cargo. If it's on the way, money is money.
He didn't mention Charbonnet specifically, so I could only assume it's either there or somewhere on the main road. What was the name of that dude he told us about?
It's Trukar, actually.
Huh.
He said Trukar had
If
the
that's-
had the job.
If that's the case, I'll go call of my uncle and see what he says about it.
Okay.
And then Derek would go find Trukar.
Trukar is just wrapping up with another customer, pretentiously flirting with someone too young for him.
Derek would visibly groan at that.
He shoots you a dirty look. Yes, Derek. What do you need?
Forgive me, Uncle. There's a man down at the docks we spoke to named Philip, if I recall. He said that you had potentially a small job for us since we are already on our way to Sharbury.
Sharkapuru.
Sharbury.
Yeah, I apologize for the names of these settlements. Basman is as
Jesus
easy as it's
Christ.
going to get.
Yeah. Sharkapuru. And
Couldn't
also it doesn't
name
help that
these,
they're
like-
kind of fuzzy.
It's not terribly written out on that map. It should be more legible on the smaller map.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sharkapuru. Let's just pretend that's what Derek said.
Sounds like we need a wagon.
I've just got the one case of more of this adventurer's brew. I wanted to get it down to Sharkapuru for any kind of accident that may be happening during the archery contest and, the other adventurers, let's say, that are starting to make waves down there.
I don't believe I've heard of such a thing. What's happening?
Just a lot of word of a lot of odd jobs coming up down that way. Seems to be a lot of people who are trying to take advantage of the anarchy part of our respectful anarchy.
Well, yeah.
Most likely.
You all
foreigners.
knew it. Well, the leaders did know what they were doing when declaring such a state. But in any case, I don't think there'll be any trouble delivering that cargo for you, Uncle. We'll just take that off your hands.
Oh, I appreciate it. He'll take off into the back for a little bit, and he returns with a relatively large case.
Mm. Yeah, if he hands it to Derek, Derek is just going to immediately pass it over to Kay.
Yeah, like it's. I'm trying to think of how large this would actually be. It's roughly the size of a couple of couch cushions, like stacked
Oh,
on top
so
of
it's
each other.
actually it's like a barrel.
It
Like
is
a full crate.
It is a it is a proper crate, and you can hear the jingling of other objects inside of it.
Oh yeah, I'll hold it.
It can take a beating. It's not particularly fragile. Just make sure it doesn't end up getting lost along the way. Fella you're looking to take it to is well, let me look here. He shifts through some of the papers that he has. Let me look here. No, that ain't it. That's for this last order. That's for last week. Why do I still have that? He tosses that over his shoulder. Oh, there we go. There we go. You want to take it to the priest. The Ivywood priest.
Name.
You would know that Ivywood is one of the districts of Sharkpadu.
Yeah. That shouldn't be an issue.
A fellow by the name of Kodreg Glunardak.
That's a mouthful.
Another orc fella. We all got funky last names. I think he's the exception, actually. He points at Derek.
Well, my father did take my mother's name. It makes sense.
Yeah, probably so it'd be easier to say on their wedding day.
Makes sense. I kind of just look over. Do we? How are we getting there? Is like the cart? Is there like a river raft we're taking? What's going on?
I've already secured us a wagon, Kay.
Okay. Good.
The spelling for that name should
I
be
hate
on
walking.
your screen now.
Kodrek.
Okay. Cause I hate walking. Walking sucks.
Well,
Thankfully, there shouldn't be much of that.
you've got what you need. Hopefully, I'll see you again soon.
Mhm.
Likewise. And Derek just gives him a big handshake.
Good luck, y'all. He goes back to helping another customer.
Yeah, but I'm just holding. I'm like, all right. So, where's this carriage at?
If you'll just follow me, it should be close by.
Okay.
It's a decent walk because you've had it prepared near the I think it's the south gate of the city. West gate. Yeah, west gate of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's not yet a road that goes directly from Bosman to Sharkpadu.
Okay.
on
Hopefully
f-
they'll be working on that.
How heavy is this fucking thing?
It's sizable, but not enough to slow down one as strong as you.
Okay.
Hmm.
Like, I would say, all in all, the item itself is probably worth 2 bulk. You're probably
Okay.
fine.
I am okay. Yeah.
All right. So, collecting up into this carriage, is there anyone who is not going to ride in the carriage? It can comfortably seat all 4 of you, plus a plus a driver that Derek has already paid for.
I first, before I even think about getting inside, I strap my hammer to the top, like to the roof, because that's not definitely gonna fit inside.
Fair enough. Probably the cargo as well.
Right. I might hang out outside the thing, but that doesn't mean I can't like climb inside from the outside.
You can. It would just be difficult because this is a proper carriage. It's not a wagon. It's a proper carriage.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'll hang out outside. It's right on top.
I'll sit inside.
As will I.
And Derek, where will you be?
I think Jack is going to be up front with the driver.
So Kay is going to probably sit on the back then, because you were also looking to sit outside.
Yeah, either on the back or directly on top.
Good enough. He's going to Luffy it.
Yeah.
And our lady sitting inside the carriage. Okay, perfect. Do I have that? Trying to see if there's something very specific that I have. I do not, but I can, yeah, I can make something else work. That's fine. Okay. So, as you begin traveling on, in your case, Derek, the familiar road heading to Sharkpru, it's going to be a relatively long trip. Without stopping, you all would be able to get there by nightfall. Nightfall? No. You guys have been out and about for about half the day already. It'll take you tomorrow to get there. You will have to stop and camp for an evening, but that would be the most of it.
I'm sorry, I had to like mute for the last 10 seconds. What happened?
Just letting you know what your travel time is going to be like. It's going to be 2 days travel, since you're traveling by carriage. The rest of today and most of the next day.
Sorry. So I can refill on my spell slots?
If you're able to get a long rest in before then, yeah.
As we travel, I would like to do either nature checks to possibly gather resources to make food and cook people food while we travel.
Survival check.
I can do those.
Okay. We'll go ahead and say that there's nothing that occurs during this first leg of your journey.
15. It's not bad.
15. You can easily provide enough materials for yourself and your allies to make at least a decent campfire meal.
Okay.
It's not going to be as good as what you had inside that establishment, but a decent...
Use up the tuna. Yeah.
Use up the tuna before it goes bad, yeah. Okay. Are you guys setting up watches on this evening?
I watch night.
Okay, you still have to sleep somewhat.
Yeah, I'll sleep during the day.
Okay, so you're just gonna stay up then.
No, I mean, I'll nap for the first part of the night, or I'll nap for the first part of the night, and then I'll catch the second shift. So who wants to take first shift?
I'll have Derek take first shift.
Okay. Who's taking the other 3 shifts?
There's 5.
There's
I
4.
shift.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't hear you actually pick a shift, Skittle.
I picked second shift.
Second shift, okay.
I guess I'll take last shift.
Okay. Last
Paulette will
shift.
take whatever is left over.
Third shift then. Alrighty. So, keeping that in mind, nothing occurs during this particular evening. For those of you who are still missing hit points, you gain a number of hit points equal to your Constitution modifier. You do not regain all of your hit points on a long rest in this system.
Ah,
Oof.
if that persists into later levels, that is going to be hell.
It's technically a number of hit points equal to your Constitution modifier times your level.
Oh, okay, that makes some way more sense.
Right. But you guys are level 1, so
Times 1.
times 1. If you don't have a Constitution modifier, it is 1. You always restore at least 1 hit point. Inverse of this being healing potions are way fucking cheaper.
Thank God.
Way fucking cheaper. I will draw up a short list of quick supplies for you guys to be able to purchase by your next session, so that you can get a good understanding as to how much healing potions are, how much general cheap ass goods are.
Nice.
And I'll have that set up for you guys by next session. Any of you, your evening passes without any incident. You set up for the next morning. Those of you who are missing spell slots get your spells back, and you are capable of preparing spells. Although we only have 1 prepared caster in the group.
Yeah, so Jade, you're at max health now.
Indeed.
So, as you begin traveling for the second leg of your journey, is there anything anyone would like to do?
Probably the same thing I was doing. Just keeping an eye out for resources to cook with, and or anything interesting that would make us want to stop and check out things.
Okay,
You know?
go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah, and on that note, I think I'm just going to have, like, Derek during the first during it, like, breakfast or lunch or whatever, just ask Paulette and Kay, like, their stories. Like, what are they doing here? Since they ran
that-
into them.
That was really good. That was a 21.
21. Okay, I would say for you to actually be out and about, like, looking for ingredients, you're not going to be on the wagon.
Yeah, I was just like keeping an eye out then.
Okay,
You
just
know.
keeping watch. Okay.
This man asked me why I'm here. The short answer is food.
Derek just gives a slightly confused look. Was the cuisine of your home not to your liking?
Expanding my cuisine. I don't usually talk about home.
Ah, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
And what about you, Paulette? I don't believe I've seen you around here before.
That was about the answer I expected.
Hello.
There you are.
There you go.
Oh, hello.
There we go. There we go. My XLR unplugged earlier, so.
Oof.
What's up?
Oof. He was asking
Uh,
Paulette.
Yeah, it was great.
He was asking Paulette what her story was, what she's doing in Ahia, since he doesn't recognize her.
This grumpy old coot pulled me all the way out here as part of my so-called training, only to leave me here at the first sight of conflict. I'm just going with the flow at this at this point, but ultimately, I would like to find his ass and beat him into submission for leaving me here.
Ah. It seems like a very inopportune master for you to be under, but I suppose if his training works. You are certainly skilled, as I saw you pulverize that slime thing.
Indeed, indeed. As much as I can't stand that old geezer, his methods do work.
Yeah, that's all I have for Derek.
Well, I was going to set this up in a very specific way, but I could not roll high enough to beat your perception check. As you are traveling along the road, Kay, you notice two individuals who are very poorly hiding in the trees ahead.
Yeah, I go, seems like we might have some company.
Oh? I'm
I
just gonna
go-
have Derek's.
I go, Paulette, you ready to possibly knock some people out?
Knowing my master, that's likely why I'm here.
I'm gonna have Derek signal the driver to stop.
As the driver stops, one of the men hiding behind the tree steps out and whips a sling around over his head and launches a stone. It strikes the driver in the head.
Well then,
You see him go limp immediately.
I'm going to have.
I would
roll
like
for
everyone to roll initiative.
Let's do this.
Lovely.
Oh, shit.
15.
22.
Okay, I'm sorry. I need to take these down. Okay. What the fuck did I roll? Hang on. What did I roll?
You did
TTS.
it.
Fucking catch up. Oh my god. Alright. Okay. What did you roll, Paulette?
a 6.
Alrighty. And what did you roll, Tallow?
15.
15. Derek?
6.
6. You two decide amongst yourselves who's going to go first. And Kay.
22.
Yeah, I think it's best if the melee class goes first.
Is that where we're going with? Paulette, then Derek?
Fine by me.
Yeah.
I don't know. What
Yeah,
date's
works for me.
Alrighty. So, Kay, you have the first action. It would help if I set the fucking table out there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Alright.
Ah!
A tad.
I whipped my character pretty hard.
Is there someone still underneath the board that I can't see?
No,
No, it's
we're
fine.
all here.
Okay.
No.
Go ahead and lock that. You guys are over here where the wagon is.
No.
It is not level. You're not standing in it.
I see that.
I watch 3 of you roll out of the fucking thing.
Roll out the cart. But I want to stand in it. I want to. Kidding.
Unfortunately, your base isn't actually flat on the bottom. So,
No, it's round.
yeah, it's round.
It's a bowl.
Yeah, where is this dude?
Oh, he moves.
He's a little big.
I don't like that.
You don't like that they move?
No.
Can you do it again really quick, actually? I didn't really get to see it well.
If you just pick him up and hold him, he moves.
It's kind of upsetting.
That's
Just
kinda
having us
great.
completely static and motionless, and these guys are
These guys
jib-jabbing
are
over here.
these guys are standard figures in Tabletop Simulator, so they have animations and stuff.
Okay.
It's like
Well,
an uncanny valley.
I have no idea how to set that up for this, so don't expect me to actually make animated figures anytime soon.
first
Next
action,
campaign.
rage.
Rage.
Second action, spear number 1.
Okay. Let me make sure these guys have the right camera angle. Nope, not good enough. Let me give you guys a better camera angle so you can actually see the action up close.
Okay. First hit is a 14.
There you go.
Sorry, 15. 15 to hit?
Let me check their AC. No. 15 is not a hit.
Second spear, which would be rolled at what?
Minus
plus-
5. Whatever your standard roll is, minus 5.
So -1. Okay.
Your standard roll is a plus 4?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, -1. That does not hit.
13. Nope. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Alrighty. So that's you then. That brings us to Tallow.
Let's see. I have just enough movement to get into melee range of one of them.
Yes, you do.
I forget what do I get for a melee weapon, my kukri.
Sorry, you were breaking up a little bit. Say that again.
What sort of skills do I have for my kukri, my melee weapon?
All of the abilities should be listed on your traits page, or on your traits section for the weapon itself. I'm looking at the wrong fucking page again. So it's agile, so you don't have as much of a penalty when you multi-attack. It's finesse, so you add your dexterity instead of your strength. It's trip, so you don't have a penalty to attempt to trip enemies with it. What's the rest of this? It's uncommon, which doesn't mean anything. And then what actual abilities do you have? You have Monster Hunter, which I think is what gives you low hunt prey. And I think that's it. I will double check my information real quick, just to make sure I'm not lying.
Oh, hey, I just realized. Hunt Prey does give you a bonus to AC against the prey. It says there on Outwit. That's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ah.
So you mark.
When you, as part of the action that you use to hunt prey, you can attempt to recall knowledge about your prey. If you critically succeed at identifying your prey, you and your allies get a +1 bonus against to your next attack roll against that prey.
all right. Is this just a free action?
This is part of your hunt your prey action. So it does it automatically when you use hunt your prey.
And
But
it's
you-
not prey.
Is an action. Yeah, that's the one you have the card for.
Okay. I'll use that.
Okay, so hunt your prey. You have him marked. He's going to be a lot harder to hide from you. Go ahead and give me a recall knowledge. For this creature, it's going to be a society roll.
14.
14, and if I recall, you have to critically succeed, so I don't think that's going to do it. Yeah,
Probably.
unfortunately, no.
Oh. I guess I'm just gonna draw my bow and then shoot.
Okay. So, first action was to hunt prey, second action, draw bow, third action, fire.
Mm-hmm. Fuck a duck. 8.
Ooh, no. That's a critical fail, actually.
Ooh. Damn.
Well, fortunately, this I don't support, like, punishing critical failures, because it's already a failure. I don't need to do more than that. So, that is your turn. It is now the bandit's turn. Alright, one of them still has his sling equipped, so he's going to go ahead and make an attack roll against Kay.
Hit me.
That is a natural 20.
Yeah, it hits.
So that is going to deal 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Second attack against you.
Yeah.
That's a natural 1, which is a complete turnaround.
Yeah, that does not hit.
And his third attack, which is at a -10. Is a 7.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I think that technically critically fails.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's his turn. The second one is going to... What's his movement speed? 25 feet? 5, 10, 15, 20... 25. Yeah, he can only get that far. He's going to pull out his hatchet. And he is going to make an attack against Paulette.
Ooh.
That is a 20 to hit.
That hits. That hits.
And so that is going to be, ooh, 10 points of slashing damage.
Cool. Cool.
Unfortunately, that is his 3 actions.
Cool. Unfortunately.
Mhm.
Unfortunately for him, it is now your turn.
Yeah. All right. All right. Spell strike, shocking grasp
Yep.
on this motherfucker. Right.
Oh,
All right.
naturally. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
I say 12.
That is going to fail. Shocking Grasp fizzles. You
lovely.
do not have the ability to cast that spell again.
Even better.
Yep.
Was that 1 action or 2?
That's 2 actions. You can pop your 3rd action to either do your Arcane Cascade, which will give you additional movement speed, and deal extra damage on your melee attacks. Or you can use your Dimensional Assault and have your spell strikes ready for next turn.
Sure. I will dimensional assault him then.
Okay, so Dimensional Assault will allow you to teleport to a point within 10 feet of you
Yeah.
that is still within melee range of a creature. So you can actually move opposite
I'm
him
gonna
and get a
teleport right
flanking
behind
bonus.
him.
Yeah, get a flanking bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, not there. You have to be opposite of K to get a flanking bonus.
Mashed potatoes.
So like here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you immediately get a free attack against him. This is
Cool.
just an
So
unarmed
it would
strike.
just be punching him.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is this at advantage or?
It's gonna be a 20 to hit.
Advantage is not a thing in this system. You have a...
Oh.
All right, there's a lot of things going on this one. You have a penalty because this is your second attack.
Uh-huh.
Oh, actually, I think technically this is your third attack because Spell Strike.
Spell strike count as 2?
This counts as 2 attacks for your multiple attack penalty, but you don't apply this penalty until after you've completed Spell Strike. Yes. So you're technically rolling at a -10.
Lovely.
His AC is lower because he's flat-footed. Because you have him flanked. And I think that's everything. And your roll previously was 20. I gotta do some quick math here. So that's actually 10. His AC is low. It's still not enough.
Lovely.
No, wait. Is your fist agile? Yes, your fist is agile. Your bonus isn't
Yes.
as low. Still not enough. Your total comes up to
Awesome.
12. Yeah, no. At that point, their AC is only 17.
This guy has a 19 AC.
This guy is a 19 AC. These guys are tougher.
Level 1?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
these guys are tougher. They don't have nearly as many hit points as the slimes did, but they are harder to hit. Derek, you're up.
Alright, so immediately I'm going to have Derek use 1 action to stabilize their driver
Okay.
if he is still alive.
Okay.
So he is simply unconscious.
He is simply unconscious. He is not dying.
Sweet. And then he is immediately going to whip around, strike out his hand at the nearest bandit, and use torturous trauma. I
Okay.
need a fortitude saving throw.
Fortitude saving throw. All right, let me roll
Are
it.
are you giving him emotional damage? What the fuck are you doing?
No, I am stabbing his insides with magic.
What is your DC on that, Derek?
Set 17.
Okay, he rolled a natural 1, so
Ooh.
yeah. How much emotional damage does he take from a critical failure on that saving throw?
It says basic, so it's doubled on a crit, right?
Yes, it is doubled on a critical failure.
All right,
So there's no
let's see.
additional effect. It's just a lot of damage.
No, there is additional effect. He also gets fatigued 1.
Fatigued 1. Okay, I will take note of that.
Let's see. Let's roll 4. So that's 8 plus my spell modifier plus 4. So that's 16. If everything is doubled.
16 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay. Fatigued is a
16
good one.
points of damage.
Fatigued is a good debuff for you to put on him.
Yeah. I've just repeatedly shanked his inner organs.
Okay.
That's the end of Derek's turn.
Right. That's a problem. Okay. Kay, you're up.
First action, pulls out hammer.
Pulls out hammer.
Second action,
Murder's face.
what do I gain anything because of flanking?
His AC just gets lower.
Okay.
So in
So
total, it should be a
I'm-
-3.
His AC is now down to 16 because you have him flat-footed and he's fatigued.
Okay.
He's having a bad day. It's about to get worse.
That is a dirty 20.
That hits. Roll damage.
12 plus. Okay. That is 18 damage.
I'm just gonna take this. I'm just gonna take that. He is as some people say, fuck dead.
He has been good.
Okay. All I can do is move because I can't swing at anything else, and I can't switch to the javelins. So I'm gonna go look this dude in the eyes.
Okay.
More specifically, I'm gonna go right here.
Okay. You have enough movement for that.
Yep. I'm just gonna stare him in the eyes.
Hit me. Tylo, you're up.
Alrighty. So that one's the only one that's left alive.
He is the only one left alive. That is correct.
Hmm. I'm gonna shoot him.
Shoot him. Give me an attack roll.
On my dice.
Wait, I can
Natural
read that.
fucking 20.
Well, shit. All right, so so it's 1d8 doubled, and then an additional d10 from your deadly.
Hmm.
It's
Also,
easily
Aqua,
more than 30
clarifying
feet
question.
away. Not that it matters. You rolled not 20. Yes.
So
4
when it
plus
says
9
plus-
doubled is what? 26.
Well, your 9 isn't doubled.
Oh, 17.
17. Yeah, your
Right, so
die.
my quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
When it says plus spellcasting modifier, do I just add the ability modifier, or do I also add proficiency?
Just your ability modifier.
All right, so I was right.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Okay. So, as I was trying to say, yeah, when you have deadly, you don't double your deadly, you just get to add deadly.
I see.
It is now the. I almost said it is now the bandit's turn. That was one of your actions. You still have 2 left.
I'm gonna shoot again.
Yep. As God intended.
This is why I
I'm
stepped
assuming
out
a
of
6
the
doesn't
way.
hit.
That is not going to hit because this guy doesn't have any status effects on him.
One more time. 11.
11 is not going to hit.
Oh well.
All right, it is now the bandit's turn. He has to switch weapons. He's going to take a swing at K, which I believe you have a -2 to your AC from Clumsy and Rage.
Yeah, I'm at 16.
That is
armor
a
class.
21 to hit.
Yeah, that just hits. Yep, sure.
Yep. That is 8 points of slashing damage.
Ow. Okay.
Second attack. Can I have it, please? Thank you. That is an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Also 8 points of slashing damage. I rolled a fucking pair of 3s.
Okay.
How you doing?
Not great. I have 3 health.
Oh, God. All right, then. Unfortunately, that is the end of his turn. So, Paulette, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna run up to him.
Going for flanking again.
Going for flanking.
Okay.
And I'm gonna punch him in the back of the fucking stupid head.
I assume with a spell strike.
I can't. Can I not?
You can. When you used your, what was it? Your dimensional assault?
Yeah.
Using dimensional
Yeah.
assault recharges your spell strike. You still can't do it with shocking grasp, but you can do it. So you can use electric arc in this case.
Sure, we'll do it with electric arc. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, I'll punch him in the back of the head with electric arc.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
That is a 20.
20 will hit.
Cool. I finally get to do something.
These 2 right here. So your D6 from your melee and a D4 from electric arc. And let me see if he's wearing metal armor real quick. This is important.
Some sort of chain.
Technically, he is wearing studded leather armor.
That is metal.
There's metal in. There's enough metal in that for you to hurt him more. Does that matter on electric arc? It does not.
Not an electric arc.
Okay. Is that your roll?
All right. So that's going to be 9 plus 3, so 12 damage.
Plus another 3, because your electric arc also uses your intelligence modifier.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. So, yeah. So, what? 15?
15 points of damage. And I'm going to take him away because you kill him.
Cool.
You take him out with that shot.
Like the raccoon I am, I want to search those bodies.
Or what's left of the bodies.
Wow.
All right. I was just getting another song up.
I'm not necessarily looking for money. I am looking for things.
Let me pull their card back out. I can tell you what they had on them.
You know, maybe they had some cheese scraps or rations.
Not much in the name of food, actually. They had a hatchet,
Nah.
a sling, and some studded leather armor on each of them.
Wow. We can sell that.
There's-
Well, we can sell one of those armors.
Between the two of them, though, they have seemed to amass a decent amount of money.
Well,
There's like 60 gold pieces between the two of them.
Divvy it all out,
So 15 gold for each of you.
which is really good. $15 gold.
Mhm.
Yes.
Nice.
Does anybody want this hatchet?
While you were searching them, Kay, did you find anything like a note? I don't like to believe of coincidences.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah. While that's happening, I'm gonna
13.
have Derek. Sorry, I'm gonna have Derek use healing on the driver.
Okay. How much did you say, Kay?
13.
13? No. No kind of no any kind of written correspondence. These guys just appeared to be regular bandits.
I'm assuming eating food isn't gonna regain my health. Now that this is done, I'm gonna stumble my ass back into the cart.
Okay.
Me with my
By the way-
3 health.
Oh yeah. I should probably have planned this out a bit more. I'm gonna have Derek wait until Kay is in range, and he's gonna use the 3-action version of heal to get
Okay.
him as well.
I think Paulette was going to need that too.
Yeah. So if you could all kindly line up.
Bruh. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Just
Whatever. Why you rolling? Just kidding.
all right. 3-action heal. That is going to be roll. That's going to be 11 healing for everybody.
Good.
Mm.
I'm no longer dying.
And neither is the driver.
Who is surely in this line somewhere.
I mean, you weren't dying to begin with. Dying is an actual condition in this game.
Yeah.
I
So-
would consider 3 health dying.
I wouldn't. You're a barbarian. So, that said, we're going to go ahead and end our session here for today. I hope you guys had fun. Chat, I hope you guys had fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hope so.
And when we pick up our next session, which is most likely going to be a couple of weeks from now, was a good stream. Thank you, Falter. I appreciate that. I work really hard on this.
We can tell.
Our next session, we will be seeing Shakapudu for the first time. And we're going to see where this story is going to take us. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody in the chat, for hanging out with us and taking part in this with us today. Thank you to you guys for tolerating my mediocre DM skills.
Mediocre? Who said that?
You're all crazy. Definitely not.